Hello, my beautiful people on this lovely night. My my YouTube family and friends, YouTube and Facebook. Hi, all my beautiful people. I'm just out here creeping tonight. I just came home from the Whole Food store and grabbed a little snack. And just sitting here listening to the radio. Just listening to the music on the radio. It's my favorite song. One of my favorite songs. It's one of my favorite songs. It's one of my favorite songs. I like this. I'm not sure who's it by. Well, I'm back with another video. This is Tia Jones, and I'm back with another video. Back with another video on narcissism. I'm back with another video on narcissism. And the topic of this video is how does narcissists treat their children. Turn the radio off. The topic of this video is how does narcissists treat their children. And before I get into this, can you please like, subscribe, and share my videos, and leave a comment. And also, you can also donate to my YouTube channel. And my hashtag information will be in the comment section. And any amount will help. Whether it's just $1, it will. Even if it's just $1, it will be appreciated. But if you don't have 2 quarters to rub together, the nicest thing you could do is like, subscribe, and share my channel. Like, subscribe, and share my videos, and leave a comment. Well, let me get into this video. First of all, narcissists are they're not very good parents. They are awful. They're awful parents. Neglectful, very abusive, not really responsible. Uh-uh. Well, I just want to leave a disclaimer. This is not to call anybody out or anything. I'm just teaching ones about narcissism based on what I've been through, based on what I've been through, how I was raised, and based on my experiences. I've pretty much been around narcissists all my life. I lived it. I come from a family of narcissists, and our father is basically a sociopath. He showed traits of sociopath. Very incredibly controlling, very abusive, very violent, very angry. And he physically abused his wife profusely very often. Abused her terribly, and he also abused his kids. And narcissists. Another thing about narcissists, they really don't want their kids to grow up. They want to keep them under their control, even when they are adults. Not only my father completely controlled my childhood, but he controlled my teenage years. I never really had a normal teenage life. Never could get out, go to the mall like normal teenagers, because they always wanted to keep me very sheltered. I was never taught about life survival skills, and never taught about having good credit. Narcissist parents basically keep their child very not naive. They infantize them, and if they have more than one child, if they have multiple kids, they're not all treated the same. And then this is the honest truth. I lived it. They are not treated the same. I was the scapegoat. The scapegoat is basically the one that's blamed for everything. Basically blamed for everything. Bullied, treated bad, pushed around. And I was just seeing something crawling in here. I was looking for my peppermint spray. Sorry about this. They are bullied, pushed around, blamed for everything, and treated bad, and that was me. I was basically bullied, not by just people outside, but by my own family members. Bullied, treated bad, talked to any kind of way, and just basically took an advantage of. My brother was more like the flying monkey that the narcissist sent to get information from me, and he'd go back and tell either my father or my grandmother. And my father was never a provider, never. He never had a place of his own. He lived with my grandmother, him and his wife, which was my stepmother. He never was a provider. Never really had a job that I knew of. Never was a provider. He just controlled and abused. Rude with a real tight fisted with an iron fist. And I was pretty. Oh, and I also had a younger sister. That was the golden child, which really she was in training to be a narcissist. Groomed that way from a child. My father pretty much paid more attention to her. And I was pretty much neglected emotionally. My needs wasn't really met, and I was emotionally neglected. Narcissist father set you up to attract other narcissist people in your life. Narcissistic partners. They set you up for toxic relationships. And like I said, my needs weren't never really met. It's like the only time we got something was like on the holidays or birthdays. And the little bit I did had was the little bit of things I did had, as far as clothes and stuff was stolen by narcissistic family members, like narcissistic cousins. Narcissistic boy cousins, because I would have stuff like nice jeans that were basically unisex, and they would get stolen. the cousins that didn't really live there, they would come over and steal them. Really didn't have much at all. And I just had a rough upbringing, and my father basically did everything he could to never let me grow up. I didn't have a normal didn't have a normal, teenage life, because I was always kept sheltered or kept in the house. And 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 also I was the one that was bullied, treated bad, taken advantage of. People would just go in my room and just take whatever they want from me. It was awful. And I was, pretty much groomed to be a doormat by my narcissistic father. Groomed to be quiet when you're treated unfair, when you're being mistreated. And like I said, my needs wasn't really met. I didn't, when I started puberty and started developing, I didn't really have that things like bras and stuff like that. Well, wasn't never taught about those things at all. Wasn't never taught about hygiene and hygiene and bras or any of those things. I mean, just narcissistic parents don't teach you nothing. You basically exist just to boost the narcissist's self-esteem, to boost their ego, to give them supply. You're not here because they love you and want to be good parents. And and I really think that my mother was conceived not out of conceived me not out of love, but to control and manipulate. Narcissists will get you pregnant on purpose. That child will become a pawn piece to control, manipulate, and abuse. And then if you break up with them and divorce them, if they win custody of the kids in court, they end up dumping the kids on their family or on their parents. My grandmother ended up taking care of us when he got custody. It's really not about the kids. It's really about hurting and punishing the parent. And I really think think part of my mother's mental illness and her drinking probably came from my father's abuse, because he abused her too really bad. But basically, narcissistic sociopath parents, they don't want the kids to grow up, and my father was never age appropriate. He always, even when I was 16 years old and 16, 17, had to stay around the house, was always treated younger than my age. You know, narcissist parents stunt the kids' mental growth so they can be easier to control. They don't want the child to start growing up seeking independence, individuality, having to mind their own, being their own person. It jeopardizes their supply and control, and they don't like that. They will not tolerate that. Yeah. He was I don't know, it seemed like the older I got, the more abusive and controlling he got towards me. But they sort of get, the narcissists sort of, I don't know, but sometimes they treat the kids, some of them treat the kids better when they children, because kids are loyal, they don't go against their parents. But when they start growing up and seeking independence and having friends and dating them and you know, dating and wanting to make their own choices, wanting to seek independence, wanting a little more freedom, they don't like that at all. They quickly shut that down. Well, I'm gonna bring this video to an end, and I'll see you later. Good night, YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe, and leave a comment and share. Okay, goodbye. See y'all later.